Angela Demon files for annulment from Michael. Exclusive. Let's get into this one. Sarcasm can exclusively reveal Angela Deem filed a complaint for annulment in June. The complaint was signed on June 17 and officially filed in Jeff Davis County, Georgia on June 20. Can Angela get an annulment from Michael? There are multiple reasons to qualify for annulment in Georgia. The only one that seems to fit Angela and Michael's situation is one party was fraudulently misled into the marriage. That's a very good question though. Would you say that Michael fraudulently married Angela to get to the States, or would you say that Angela fraudulently married Michael to be able to stay on 90-day fiancé? How about that one? But let's continue. Angela is clearly trying to argue her marriage with Michael meets the requirement with her explanation for the grounds of annulment. The respondent fraudulently induced petitioner into a marriage for the purpose of gaining legal permanent resident status in the United States. After the respondent abandoned the petitioner discovered that the respondent was engaged in a conspiracy with other Nigerian men to induce United citizens into marriage for the purpose of gaining legal permanent status, depending on where you're from. Very, very interesting. So this is her argument. She's going to be using the whole situation involving the powerless men as a way to get Michael out of the country. That is crazy, but hey, let's just continue, see what else is here before we come to our summary. Angela doesn't know where Michael is. The annulment complaint was accompanied by an affidavit in which Angela affirms she is unable to serve Michael because she does not know where he is. A diligence search has been made and the respondent cannot be found within the state. She states in the affidavit, "I do not know where the respondent lives or where the respondent can be found." Boy, this definitely makes things very, very interesting and very, very more challenging for Angela, but let's continue. More from the affidavit. The petitioner is not from this country and I do not have contacts for his family in Nigeria. He abandoned the marital residence in Hazelhurst and he has not contacted me. He only arrived in this country in December 2023, so I do not have any information about his known associates, which is quite funny because, originally speaking, she had all of his documents. She went from thinking she was in control of his life with his passport and everything else to then literally having nothing but nothing. Tragic, right? Tragic. To be fair, I have spoken about this in a separate video, to be fair. Check that out if you must, if you may, if you will, because you will. Come on now. But with that being said though, Michael has 60 days to respond. Because Angela was unaware of Michael's location, she is asked to be allowed to serve Michael via publication. In other words, publicly announcing the known filer would meet the requirement of serving Michael with the complaint. A judge signed an order for service by publication on June 21st, and it was officially filed in June 24. The actual date of the publication is left blank on the judge's order, and there are no additional filings in the case. According to the original motion, Michael is required to serve his answer within 60 days of the date of the first publication of notice. As mentioned, the date of the first publication of notice is not listed in the filings. If the order itself serves as notice, then Michael only has a couple of weeks left in which to respond. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, of course, this does go, if we go back to Angela first breaking out and having a whole hissy fits on social media, doing the whole thing with John Yates and XYZ, blah, da, 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 da. To be honest with you, this does make sense to what she was trying to do at the time. She was obviously being loud, being aggressive, being Angela Deem, because she was obviously trying to get the message out there to Michael that, hey, trouble is coming your way, because she did keep referencing about how the fact that Michael was going to get deported. She kept referencing to the fact that she had the papers ready and she had evidence ready to get Michael out of the country. Now, this doesn't necessarily say that she's actually provided evidence, but this obviously does refer back to what she was saying before when she was obviously shouting and screaming about how she was going to get him out of the country. Now, here's the thing. What are the chances of Angela Deem being successful with getting Michael out of the country? Well, here's the thing. When it comes to 90 Day Fiancé, I am still yet to see anybody be deported from America that's been on the show. We've had Mohammed, and well, he was one hell of a tool, you know what I'm saying? And well, guess what? Mohammed is still in the States because he was able to stay. But then at the same time, though, I don't know if Yvette actually did try and get him deported at the time, to be fair, the same way Angela is doing it right now. So maybe that's why Mohammed is still here, amongst other people that have also been a part of the show, like, for example, Natalie. How she's still in the country is nuts to me, but hey, that's probably because Mike just did not divorce her, which obviously does make a lot of sense of why she's still here. But either way, though, it is very it has been no one thus far has been deported, has been on the show. But in this situation, it is different from my experiences due to the fact that Angela is actually taking action towards against Michael. I don't think that's been done before. I could be wrong, but she's obviously taking that action, and because she's taking that action, you never know, Michael may be the first person to actually get deported. And to be fair, if he is deported, I feel like moving forward, other people that do come on the show and feel like they've been wrongly done by their foreign partner, I wouldn't be surprised if they all started to do exactly the same thing in the future of other customers that come on the show who are going to feel similar to how Angela feels. Because if anything, Angela may just be opening up the door to other people to have the same idea to, listen, if this move forward did you wrong, you need to get this freaking annulment. You see what I'm saying? So you never know. She may actually be paving the freaking way. Imagine that. But nonetheless though, at the end of the day, it would be a damn shame if Michael does end up, of course, being deported due to the fact that he waited 6 years and 10 months, I believe, to actually be in America with Angela after all the years of abuse, all the years of just anarchy. Let's just call it that. You know what I mean? But I do wonder, though, the way Angela has treated Michael on screen, I do wonder if those things are able to help Michael, because right now in this current season, TLC are going all out to really expose how bad Angela is. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And to be honest with you, a part of me kind of feels like she's doing that a part of me kind of feels like as if TLC is doing that on purpose to punish Angela for speaking that so much. So now they're just like, you know what, F it. Let's just show the world exactly who she is. Let's destroy this woman. Let's expose her. Let's make sure that she never gets another TV gig ever again. Because really and truly, most of the time, when they show people being abusive, they only show us little drips and drops and then it calms down. This time, they really went all out, you know what I'm saying? But either way, though, we are only 2 parts into the tale. I guess we've got to wait for the next 3 parts, you know what I mean? But from the trailers that we've seen and things that I've heard, yeah, what we've seen so far is light work, especially from what I've heard about part 5. Yeah, that one. Ladies and gentlemen, be ready, because from my understanding, it will get our blood boiling. But nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts, let me know your opinions, and we can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.